Hey guys, it's Chris here, and in today's video we're going to be covering something else rather than showing you how to optimize your Webflow site speed, and that is conversion rate optimization. Now, this is my attempt at showing you guys what is my methodology at optimizing the conversion rate for different websites. So I guess if you're gonna like this kind of episodes, let me know down in the YouTube comments, and I guess we're just gonna continue with these episodes. So why conversion rate optimization? See, as a web designer and as a Webflow developer, we might have a lot of clients that they ask for additional skills that actually moves the money needle. Skills where our clients can get results. Some of these skills might be SEO, which stands for search engine optimization, might be some sort of ads like Google ads, Facebook ads, LinkedIn ads. But finally, of course, is the conversion rate optimization. Because as someone that do launch websites for our clients, we then need to also look over the very next steps, like getting traffic and then converting traffic into actual conversions. Now, I personally worked my entire life with software as a service companies. So in this video, I'm going to try to optimize clay.com conversion rate. Everything that we're going to be discussing in this video is universally applied to any niche, whether you work with technology companies, brick and mortar, or maybe you just develop your very own brand. So with that being said, what I did is I copied the clay.com homepage into my Figma using that HTML2 design plugin, right? So here's the Clay homepage. And before I'm going to show you the things that I optimize, let's actually take a moment and discuss what are the most important things that truly moves the conversion rate. So when someone lands on the Clay website, since this is a product, we have to answer three main questions: what a product does, how I'm going to benefit from it, and finally, how much it's going to cost. Now, if you can answer these three questions within the above the fold sections, which we're going to see in a moment, it should not be any problem at getting a higher conversion rate. And usually with these three questions, there's also three main elements that we'll have to split test. Number one being the visual part, or how we do present the product. Number two being the copy. And the final thing being the navigation. Believe me or not, but your website navigation acts as a funnel. It moves someone that just landed and looking for information from window shopper all the way to consideration stage, and of course, the conversion. So let's have a look over the very first element that I modified, and that is the visuals, how we do present the Clay product. So the biggest change that I did is I basically swapped this image from here, this product mockup, with a simple product demo video. Now, why a product demo video? When someone lands on the website, they don't know exactly what the product does, which ties to the very first question that we have to answer. Showing a quick demo over different features and different use cases of the product will make sure that someone that is a cold traffic, that is a window shopper and know nothing about your product, can actually understand how your product works visually, and then of course have a better informed decision when it comes to creating a free account and trialing the product. So I have a really good example for you guys here that I've seen in many years, and that is for the close.com product overview video, is this one right here. I'm gonna have a link in the video description, guys, so you can check this out. But by far, this is one of the best product demo videos that I've seen in years. They simply explain all of the great features that comes with Close and all the outcomes that you can do, like all the goals, all the main benefits that you're gonna get by using Close. And they do all of these from a user persona perspective. They have this guy called Nick, who is an SDR, he's like a salesperson, and he's speaking from his experience using Close. And the main reason why this is working is because it's using one of the 6 weapons of influence in the Cialdini's book, and that is the social proof. More specifically, the similarity principle. We will use the actions of other people to decide, especially when we view these people similar to ourselves. And that is because why Close is using Nick, who is a salesperson, because they are pitching to other salespersons. So I hope this does make sense, guys. Now let's go back to the Figma and see what is the very next element that I modified. And the very next one is the main headline. Now, why the main headline? Because this is the very first thing that people will read, okay? So if you do remember, I've told you that there's like 3 things that are super important: the way you do present the product, the copy, and finally the navigation. So let's speak about the copy. When it it comes to creating your copy, the most important part of them all is knowing exactly the feelings of your potential users, what their dreams looks like, the objections that they might get, but also their fears, what they're afraid of. So when you write copy, make sure it speaks to their emotions. And number two, it's super easy to read. One of the principles of usability is don't make users think. So when someone is reading your copy, you have to be specific. And I think this is the most important part of them all, especially the market research component, because I believe this is one of the main reasons why software companies cannot hit their product market fit. They just build features on top of other features, and some of these solutions they're building out, they're not needed to the market. By the way, quick fact, for any software as a service business, only 20% of the features are being used. And that's why usually what I do is I spend at least a week on the market research. I go on different social platforms like Reddit, Quora, Answer the Public, G2, what else, GetApp, and many more, just to collect what people are thinking, what people are commenting, what people are discussing. So then I can collect all of this information and arrange them into 3 big pillars of emotions: pains, desires, and objections. So I hope this does make sense, guys. Now let's look back to the clay and see the before and after headline that I applied right here. So the original headline is saying scale personalized outbound campaigns in seconds, not months. While this is a really good one, what it's actually lacking, it's lacking what truly someone wants. So if I'm a business person, or if I am, let's say, a sales team, then probably have a different desire than just scale my personalized outbound campaigns. Another thing that I don't particularly like about this headline is it's not specific. It's saying scale, which is like an abstract word. Like when you use this kind of words, guys, that it's like quantifiable thing, make sure you use actual quantifiable things. So if you say scale, use automate, okay? Because one thing of scaling something is by using automations, which is way more specific. So realistically speaking, people want to solve 3 big things. They want to spend less time, they want to spend less effort, and they want to make more money. So when you're writing your copy, make sure it is specific. So let's see exactly how we modify this headline. So now it's saying save hours on prospecting and land clients within a week. So let's see exactly what we're doing right here. Well, the number one thing is we speak about their main desires, about their main outcome, and that is to save hours on prospecting, okay? Another desire that they have is they want to land more clients. That's why they're using Clay. They want to find leads, they want to enrich the data, and they want to launch campaigns fully automated using AI. So that's why having this land clients within a week is so important. Another component that goes into this headline is specificity. So we say save hours. Okay, we're not saying cut the time in half. Okay, we're specifically telling them hours. And then we're specifically telling them how fast they're going to see results. And that is within a week. So always go specific, guys. Okay. And the final thing, the final component of the headline is, of course, having a guarantee. So we have right here, get started for free, which of course also addresses the third question. And that is how much it's going to cost. We're just saying get started for free. So right off the bat with this headline, we not only speak about what our market wants the most, but also how quickly they can see results and how much this is going to cost them. Now, of course, the very next one is this subheading that we have right here. And the original one is saying help your go-to-market team land more meetings, combine 50 plus data sources, web scraping, and AI messaging. To me, just looking way too complicated. Okay. Again, needs to be specific, but at the same time, easy to read and understand. So with that said, here's the changes that we applied. Clay uses 50 plus sources to help you get twice as many meetings and send personalized messages with AI. It's super simple. We're just saying Clay have these 50 plus sources from which you can pull the information about your leads. And then of course, you can get twice as many meetings, which is another main benefit. And finally, of course, we're seeing them that you can also send these personalized messages using AI. So just to make a quick comparison, guys, we're gonna put this right here. And we're also gonna take this one from here. And we're going to put it right here. And don't worry, because I'm going to have like a link to this Figma file, guys, so you can like have a look and follow along. But if we do compare these two, you can see like the second one is number one, simpler. So it's using less words, but it's also more specific and easy to read. Okay. So I hope this does make sense. Always strive for specificity and simplicity. So let me remove this frame and let's move to the very next copy element that obviously people is going to read. And that is the call to action. Call to action, it's really important, guys. And the call to action should also be specific. It should resemble what is going to be an action that people want to take and what is going to be that desired outcome they're looking for. So for Clay, people are looking to generate leads. People are looking to enrich their data. People are looking to start their outbound campaigns. So instead of saying start 14 days per trial, because keep in mind, this is not what our users want. People don't want to start their 14 days pro trial. No, this is what we want them to do. We want them to start their trial. What they want to do, if they understand what our product does, that is to start building their list. So instead of asking a user an action we want them to take, we ask them to take an action they want to take, and that is start building my list. Again, this is not just in this example, guys. Like, let's say you have a video editing app. Instead of saying get started for free, you can just go with upload your video or edit your video. If you have, let's say, a CRM, you would go with upload your contacts. Always think about what is the action that people want to take, not an action you want them to take. This is like the biggest mistake I see when people making when doing the copy for their landing pages. Now, the very last thing that I wanted to cover with you guys is, of course, the navigation. Navigation, it's really important. And when it comes to your navigation, you want to make sure that people can easily access links or pages they're mostly looking for. And the second thing, it's super easy to understand. It's super easy to read all of these links and have an idea what exactly I'm going to see on these pages. So if we're looking on the Regional Clay website, you can see that they have product, use cases, resources, company, and pricing. So what we did here with this modified version is we put pricing first, because pricing is the biggest objection. But at the same time, the reason why I did so is it answers the third question, how much is going to cost. Believe me or not, but the most common thing I saw when doing split test campaign, when using tools like Hotjar, Crazy Egg, Microsoft Clarity to see the user behavior, what I've noticed the most is people, they open up the pricing pages of multiple SaaS companies and they just simply compare the pricing, because again, pricing, the cost, the investment is the biggest objection of them all. So don't be afraid to put pricing as the very first link element, but then on the pricing page, make sure that you have a really good offer, you have a super easy to understand pricing, and also clean call to action that resembles something that people want to do, not something that you want them to do. So I hope this does make sense. The very next change I did in the navigation, of course, is I put use cases as the second element. In the previous, the original version, use cases, it's also second, but the very first one is product. Now, the reason why I put use cases after pricing is if we go back to Clay website, let's go right here. And if we click on the use cases, these are basically the solutions. These are things that people want to do with Clay, and not specifically Clay, but they want to do with their job, with their thing they want to do, right? Like if they want to generate more leads, guess what? We have list building. If they already have a list of leads and they want to enrich the data, they have CRM enrichment. So use cases are basically solutions that Clay.com provides. And solutions are so vital. They need to be the very first thing that people is going to see when you give an overview of your product. Solution first approach. And that is the main reason why I put use cases right after the pricing. And then if we go back to the Figma, things are literally just the same. We have product, resources, and company. Now, a couple of additional things that I would also split test, guys, and that is, for example, when it comes to the social proof, I just decided to go with this simple one. So if we go back to the original, I killed this G2, I also killed this growth community and this 100+ testimonial. This is good social proof, this is good stats, but we already have the social proof kind of, you know? so it's just redundant. So with that being said, if you ask me, this one with trusted by 30K leading GTM teams of all sizes is way more powerful than this one at the top. So that's why, that is the main reason why I decided to only keep this one. Now that is all for this above the fold sections, but believe me or not, this is the front line of your A/B testing. You want to test first and foremost your above the fold elements, because this is what all of the traffic will see, even before like scrolling down or using the navigation. So I hope this does make sense, guys. Now I have some extra thing for you here on the right side, and that is the pop-up. How about converting those kind of people that are super skeptic? So in that case, what I would also do is, for those people that want to quit, I would give them a quick exit intent pop-up, something like this, and I would suggest to them a free training video opt-in. So they will add their first name, their email, they'll click on watch the training now, and then within this training, it can be like a 15 minutes training where I can discuss a specific secret methodology on how not only to find leads, but making sure that I can get my very first client or my very first meeting within a week, okay? And that is for super skeptical people, but at the same time, it's a good way to do lead generation. Even if you're a SaaS, you want to make sure you convert anyone into a lead, because once they're a lead, they get into your HubSpot, they get into your automations, and from there you can start sending follow-up campaigns to them, okay? And add more value, add more free tips until they're fully happy and ready to get started with you. All right, guys, so being said, that was all. Now, when it comes to split test all of these things that you learned in this video, like split testing your headlines, split testing your demo video, and even like this pop-up right here, I would highly recommend you split test one item at a time. Never split test multiple things. There is a reason why it's called A/B test. You have a control version, which is like your original version, and then you have a variate, which is version you're testing. So I would use here a tool called VWO. It's free to use if you have up to 10,000 monthly visits. It's going to be a great jumpstart for your first conversion rate optimization campaign. So with that said, I hope this video was informative for you guys. If you like this kind of series where we take websites and we tackle on different conversion problems, and then we give ideas and solutions, please let me know down in the YouTube comments. And in case you're going to have any questions, I guess the comment section below is your best friend. Chat soon.